Hi, so I'm going to be using my screen reader on here to help me remember some of these questions because it's a lot to remember in one go. So an interval is the distance between two notes in a musical piece or a staff notation paper. Melodic interval is notes played in succession to create a melody, and a harmonic interval is two or more notes played simultaneously to create a harmony. Then the two methods of determining the size of an interval are counting the letters, so A, B, C, that's a third. And then you can also calculate the ratio between frequencies. So naming intervals by quality, the five intervals are major, minor, perfect, augmented, and diminished. And then you find the way that the quality changes when the size remains the same and the half steps change. So identifying the size with piano keys would basically just be the same with as counting the letters, so you just count the white notes on the piano since there's no accidentals. When identical accidentals are added to both notes, the quality doesn't change. It's just moving the same interval over to a different spot. I think I forgot to mention that when you're determining the size of an interval, the quality changes when you have like one or three or four half steps and like a third. 3 half steps would be minor and 4 half steps would be major. So to go back to that real quick. So an interval inversion is basically taking the interval, say it's A and C again, just flipping it to C and A, and you find those by just subtracting 3 from 9. So if it's a major third, it'd be a minor 6 because you flip the quality as well. A compound interval. A compound interval is an interval that spans more than an octave, and you find that by you find the simple equivalent of a compound interval by just subtracting 7 from it. So if it's a major 10th, subtract 7, it's a minor third, or a major third. And then consonance and dissonance. Consonance is defined as like a stable note, like a safe spot to come back to. Dissonance is like tension. It's kind of harsh sounding, the chord. And then a resolution in the context of dissonance is basically, for example, you take a major 7th and you resolve it to the octave because you're taking a note with a bunch of tension to the root, which is a safe spot, and it sounds nice. The intervals considered to be perfect consonants are perfect 4th and perfect 5th, and then imperfect are major and minor thirds and major and minor sixths. And then dissonants are augmented, diminished, and then major, minor seconds, and major, minor sevenths. I'd rate my mastery about like an 8 out of 10 this week. And the things I could work on are definitely consonants and dissonants. I know of them and I know kind of how they work just by having a little bit of experience in music and hearing people talk about them. But it'd be interesting to learn more, and it's definitely a good thing to have a good understanding of. So yeah, thank you.